everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anita and I would love if you would subscribe. I will be coming out with fashion, mama, and lifestyle videos every week, and in today's video I will be sharing my son's milestones. So I'm going to be starting from birth to a year and a half. I can't believe it, he's already 16 months old, so I wanted to share that with you. I have here that he was very attentive, he made a lot of eye contact, he was very calm, and I did start breastfeeding right away. Like when I was in the hospital to coming home, I tried to do it as often as I could. It was very hard, I'm not gonna lie. I actually breastfed him for about 4 months. He slept for about most of the day. He was only awake for about 2 to 3 hours, and he did not take the pacifier. We tried giving it to him and he just did not want it. Second month, he started holding toys, and he followed the toys with his eyes, which was so cute, and he started smiling and saying a goo, and he would breastfeed about every 2 hours, and he actually outgrew his bassinet at this time, so we started putting him in his crib. We had a DockATot, so we would also put him in that. He fit in the DockATot until about like 8 months old, and then he started to outgrow that, so we definitely had to put him in his crib when he slept during the day and at night. And he started holding his head up when we put him on his tummy, and he would wake up about 3 to 5 times a night, and he would be eating about 2 ounces of milk. And he took the bottle pretty well, and he took about 3 to 4 naps a day. And then this is the month that he started taking a pacifier. So for the 3rd month, he started holding toys for much longer, and he had rolled over from his back to his stomach. He started to be more observant, like, he would turn his head towards a sound, and he would be sleeping in his crib, and the longest he had slept was 5 to 6 hours. And again, he would be waking up around like 3 to 5 times a night, and he drank 3 to 3.5 ounces about every 2 hours. And this is the month that I had used up all of my frozen milk. I kind of started supplementing with formula. I was still breastfeeding, but also introduced formula, and I used the Infamil Neuro Pro in the liquid form, and I did use powder sometimes, but the liquid was just so much easier to use. You could just open up the bottle and give it to him at any time during the day. You didn't have to shake anything up, didn't have to boil the water or anything like that. And I also he took about 3 naps. So on to month 4, he could hold his head up pretty good when he was picked up. I was always scared of that. I always was careful when I picked him up. I always held him by the back of the neck. He loved to laugh and smile. He started eating about 4 to 4.5 ounces every 2 to 2.5 hours. And this is the month that I had stopped breastfeeding completely. He was sleeping pretty good, waking up around 2 to 3 times a night, and only started eating once a night. He started to do little babbles, again taking 3 naps, and he could, in this month, switch toys from one hand to the other. He also sat up by himself when we pulled him up by the arms, and he also started to hold his own bottle, which was adorable. Month 5, I started giving him purees like banana, oatmeal, like the oatmeal cereal, sweet potato, peas, apple, pear, mixed veggies, yogurt. I started giving him like the little puffs, and he loved everything. He honestly was never really, you know, a picky eater, and he was sleeping great, waking up around 1 to 2 times, taking 2 naps. This is also the month when he started to try to crawl, and he also started imitating us, and he started to touch faces, like touch my mouth, like put my hand in his mouth. Sorry, put his hand in my mouth. And then he like stood up on his feet pretty good. So again, he was taking about 5 ounces, and he held the bottle completely by himself. Month 6 is when he started, you know, kind of sitting up on his own with like a bobby pillow supporting his back, and he rolled over completely again from like tummy to back and back to tummy, and he's trying to crawl really hard, and he reaches for, like he reached for toys on his tummy with one hand, and he was very observant, and he cried when I had gone away from him. Loved peekaboo, loved singing, he loves looking up at the sky, and he loved to talk. He was just very vocal. I remember he would just babble and babble all the time, and he had the cutest laugh. He took about 5 to 6 ounces every 3 hours, and he loved like playing with like toys that made noise, like plastic bottles, leaves. When we were outside, he loved like the crunching of the leaves. Loved the mirror. And this is the month where he said his first word, which was Papa. And he rolled like his spit in his mouth. He loved to bang on the door, and again, like reaching for toys. And actually, this is the month where I introduced water. Month 7, he was trying very, very hard to crawl. He could crawl backwards really well, which was kind of funny. So he loved playing in his little PlayStation that we had, and he could like rotate, make a full circle when he was on the ground, and he was eating about 5 to 7 ounces. And I also, you know, was feeding him his purees, and he loves books. He loved playing with like the little tags on like stuffed animals and the books and things like that. And this is when he tried to wave bye-bye. He clapped with my hands when I was trying to clap. Like he noticed my nail polish. And let's see what else. I started to like brush his teeth, like his gums and his tongue in this month, and he tried scrambled eggs for the first time. Month 8, he started to crawl. He started crawling at 8 months and 14 days. He loves to point, and he copies a lot. He started to climb the stairs, which was very exciting but scary at the same time, because I would always have to watch him when he went by the stairs. And he started drinking more water. For his 9-month milestone, he loves to stand and climb. He tried to like pull up on everything, like the couch, the table, still eating, purees and drinking about 3 to 6 ounces a day, every like 3 to 4 hours. And he always asked to be held. This is the month where I also introduced like pieces of chicken and salmon, pasta. Like I started giving him more solid foods. He could stand on his own for, you know, a couple seconds. He could wave hi. And he loved playing with cabinets. I know not all kids love that, but he was definitely a fan of cabinets. He loved just like opening them and taking everything out, going through everything. He handed things to me, which was super cute. He loved peaches, cheese, avocado, and this is the month actually, so month 10, when 6 of his teeth cut through. He got 4 on the top and 2 on the bottom, which was crazy. I feel like it just happened overnight. He just had all these teeth. So I really felt bad for him, you know, when he was in pain. And I did use, you know, some teething gel, which did also help. He loved playing with magnets as well. He always asked to like go to the door, to open the door, to look outside. He loves outside. And this is the month where I also tried chamomile tea at night to kind of, you know, calm him down, you know, soothe him. And he could say wow and ooh and make the car sound. So month 11, he was standing up with like a really good balance, but you know, he wasn't walking yet. And he started to listen more. And again, he was making a lot of sounds. You know, started to notice details, like when I would wear earrings or not. He would be touching my ear when I did wear earrings. Again, loves outside. And month 11, I waited so long for this. He finally said mama, so that was pretty cool. He loved like, you know, playing by the window, putting toys on the windowsill, and you know, started playing with his toys more, like putting blocks in his truck and things like that. And he didn't really like the walker much. So before this, we had used the walker a lot, probably like starting from, you know, month 6, we probably put him in there when he could, you know, have like a good balance and when he could move his legs pretty good. He started asking for things that were like higher up, like on the table or on a shelf. And this is the month that I had started giving him toddler milk, and I also started giving him a little tiny bit of cow's milk as well. And some of his favorite foods were blueberries, cheese, and peaches, and he was taking about 6 to 8 ounces. So moving on to 1 year old, he started taking a few steps on his own, but not walking yet, like completely with no help. He started to like bite my like hands and knees when he would like come up on me when I was sitting in a chair or something. Started noticing food like on the table, so he would point to like the banana in the fruit bowl or whatever was in there, and he asked to like turn on the TV, and he pointed to where he wanted to go, so he got like a better sense of direction in the house. He ate rice for the first time, and he tried juice for the first time this month. And this is the month where I had like completely switched to cow's milk. I started him on the whole milk, and he still drinks whole milk now. And he started drinking about 6 to 8 ounces of milk about 3 times a day, 3 to 4 times a day. And he was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner now, 2 to 3 snacks in between. He was taking 1 to 2 naps. I kind of bundled these next months together. So month 13, 14, and 15. He started walking officially at 13 months. Also had like his first fever, like really bad fever at 13 months. I actually had to go to the doctor, but everything was okay. He just, you know, had a little virus. So it was his first time that he got, you know, sick like that. But before, you know, he did have like a stuffy nose and like a little cough, but it was nothing serious. Like it would go away in a couple days. But at 13 months was when it was, you know, when he got something serious like a viral infection, which was really scary, but, you know, thank goodness for, you know, Tylenol and medicine and doctors. So also in his 13th month, he started to listen more, and he could climb off the bed and the couch by himself. And he started eating a lot more because maybe he was growing more. So for month 14 and 15, he's starting to say a lot more words. He got his 2 top molars, and he's like full out like walking and trying to run. Like he's really fast now. It's like hard to keep up with him now. He says, you know, when he's hungry. He could stomp his feet, clap his hands. He's still taking, you know, a bottle like 2 times a day. I still give him about 16 ounces a day of whole milk. And some of his favorite foods are, he loves goldfish, like I get him like the little baby goldfish. He loves blueberries, broccoli, like these Russian dumplings called pinmani, strawberries. Loves books. He constantly is always coming up to me or my husband or, you know, anybody who he's around and asking to read a book. It's just so adorable. He just sits there or like stands there and just watches you so intently as you read, and like then he looks at the book and like points to things in the book, which is super adorable. And he actually started to like point to the correct colors when I would say the color, which was really cool. And then he also switched to 1 nap. So he takes a nap for about 2 hours he's actually napping right now. So from about like 11 to 2 he naps, and then he goes to bed around like 7 to 8 p.m. and then he still wakes up during the night, but he does sometimes sleep through the night. He can say a bunch of words now, so now that he came up on his 16th month milestone, he can say mama, dada, room, wow. He said okay, he said bubbles, and then he can also shake his head no, which is super funny. I think he just does it to be funny. Like when you ask him something, he just goes like and just shakes his head. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I have recorded for now. I'm planning to do, you know, like more bundles of the months up to 2 years old, so I will do another video for that. But I hope you found this helpful, and comment below, let me know how old your babies are. I would love to hear what, you know, stage they're at and what milestones they're going through. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.